KSM Show.
What up, what up? I go by the name SARKODRE, Sako Diobide Pompidi. You guys are watching the KSM Show. Keep it locked. You know what time it is.
We're back. And I'm going to introduce my next guest, man. I met this guy some time ago, and I was at the wedding, and he was doing the coverage. And I'll be talking about it later, but I was just amazed at the level and the quality of his work and the speed at which he delivered. I told him years ago that one day I had to have you on my show. He's here with us today. Put your hands together. Show some love for FELIX BLAYZ Anama. Yay! There we go. FELIX, welcome to the show, man.
Thank you for having me. I'm so honored to be here. Trust
Oh,
me.
wow.
It's a dream come true.
I'm honored to have you here. When did we meet? That was 20...
I don't know whether it was 2017 or 2018, but I think it was 2017, somewhere in December.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember, yeah.
Yeah. and folks, the reason we met was that I was at my niece's wedding, and he happened to be covering it. And the cinematography was spectacular. And I was so impressed by it, and also the time and the speed with which he worked. So welcome one more time to the show.
Thank you for having me.
I think that time I told you I want to have you on the show.
Yeah, I remember. I think around that time I was kind of busy because I was working on another project. So, and also I travel outside the country. So I was like, when I came, I was like, oh, I think I saw your show. I was like, oh, let me just try and then hit you up if I still have the chance to, come for the interview. So I was like, okay, yeah, let me just, and God being so good, I'm here. I'm so glad and I'm so honored.
I'm glad. And you do great work.
Thank you.
You do great work. And give me a little bit of your history. How did you get into cinematography? Okay,
so I grew up in Takoradi. My family members, everyone there in Takoradi. And I schooled in Takoradi. I went to Fijai Secondary School and I did visual arts. So the turning point for me, I wanted to be a graphic designer. That was what I wanted to pursue. But what happened that changed my mind, at my sister's wedding, I saw this guy called Stanley Ajete. He's my sister's friend. And then he happens to be the official wedding videographer. So when I saw him working, I was intrigued and I was inspired. I was like, oh, okay.
What was it about it that intrigued you?
I think the way he was doing his lighting setup and then the way he was covering the web, because he is into music video. So I was surprised to see him film my sister's wedding. Maybe it's because they are friends. So when I saw that, I was like, wow. And my sister said, FELIX, why don't you did visual art, why don't you try going to a film school? Because at that time, I've never heard about NAFTI. So I went online, I searched, and then I noticed they do editing, cinematography, directing, and I was like, oh, I think cinematography is what I want to do. So I applied for other universities, and I got accepted by NAFTI, and yeah, and I went to study cinematography. So that was how the whole thing started. Through Stanley, my sister advised me. I was like, okay.
So you ended up in NAFTI?
Yeah, I ended up in NAFTI. That's how it started. Yeah.
But you've done a lot. You produced, what was it, what was the name of your series?
Written in the Stars.
Written in the Stars?
Yeah. That one was, it was by Tiras. He's based in South Africa, and then he came to Ghana, so he was looking for a production company to shoot his production. So I think I got a call from one lady. She's at Joy FM. She's called Linda. I also shot their dad's 70th birthday or something. And then looking at the quality of work and then how I did it, was like, oh, I know the right guy. So that was how come, yeah, I got the contract, and then we shot the whole season 1. And I think it was showing on TV3 and then Joy Prime. And the response, and then people wrote article about the production quality-wise and everything. I was like, oh, I was humbled. I was like, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Cool. How much attention or how important is it to you to pay attention to detail and get world-class stuff? You know, the problem with Ghana is sometimes we settle for anything mediocre.
Yeah.
You seem to have an eye for detail.
Yeah.
Is it the the training enough to you, or that's just you in nature? Where do you get that?
So for me, I think NAFTI gave me a very good foundation, and I always tell people that there's no secret when it comes to cinematography. It boils down to how you perceive things. And for me, because of my social media presence, I'm known for shooting a lot of weddings, even though I do other production. And in order for me to achieve those beautiful weddings, I always say there's no perfect wedding without a story. And that being said, you have to make sure you know the type of clients that you are shooting. You have to know their love story. And
so every wedding you shoot depends on, you have a story angle that comes with it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And it's good. I always make sure I meet my clients, understand the type of clients that I'm dealing with.
Okay.
Some clients goes like, oh, I want you to tell my story in a very fairy tale, you know, and some people too, I want to trend, you know. And then those people, like, their weddings are lit, you know, they just came to party. And you have to make sure you capture all those moments. Like, it's very important. You don't have to miss those moments. So when that happens, when you're on post-production and you are editing, you have a lot of footages on your decks. Then that will enable you to tell the story in a very unique way.
What are the famous weddings you've shot? Are you allowed to talk about some clients you've shot?
I think I shot for some Jonas' daughter's wedding. I shot for Stoneboy. I shot for Sarkodie. And I've shot for other prominent people that, you know, some people want their weddings to be very private, and I respect that. I think that's the main reason why a lot of people book my service, because I respect privacy. Some people go like, oh, I don't want my wedding out there. And the most important thing is I have to give you the quality of work so that you watch it and then you relive all the beautiful moments that, you know, So I always say, I've shot lots of weddings, lots of big weddings that I don't even, you know, remember. Lots of them,
Before we continue, somebody may be watching you now and thinking, I'm going to have a wedding or an anniversary or whatever it is. How can I get in touch with this young guy? How can I call Felix?
Okay, so we are on every social media platform. On Instagram, you just search BLAYZ Pictures _, Facebook BLAYZ Pictures, YouTube BLAYZ Pictures, and you can also search our website www.blayzpictures.com. And if you want to call us, our number is 050-740-8893. And you can also email us info@blayzpictures.com. And our administrator will just, you know, get back to you. And we can get talking and then we'll shoot your wedding for you.
Fantastic. Now, the big question is, how do you get your team together? Because you obviously had you always have a very hardworking team that sees your vision. How did you,
So for me, I always say, I got a lot of emails, I got a lot of calls. Sometimes people go like, oh, I want to work with you. But I just want to make sure that you have the passion for it. I just don't pick people. I have to make sure that you have the passion, because for me, it's a passion that drives me to do what I do. And I have to make sure that you have the God factor, because I believe in Jesus, I believe in God. And then we have to be equally yoked together. So with my team, I have like 8 solid people that are my team: Richmond, Bismarck, Lorraine, Afua, Peter, Seth, and Elliot. These people are so amazing. They are the best people that I've ever encountered. So,
Were they people that you went to school with, or these are just
Okay, so
different?
2 people went to NAFTI.
Okay.
They were my juniors. And then I saw them, I was like, oh, these guys are good. And I was like, okay, why don't you come and then, you know, you just join my team. And then, trust me, like, they came and then I saw how they started and then where they are now. They've improved, and like it's fulfilling to me to see, you know, like you've made an impact on, you know, someone's life. And so for me, it's a blessing.
Fantastic. I just want to take just a quick minute and look at some collage of some of the stuff you've done. So folks, let's just take a quick minute and look at some of the stuff he has shot. Take a look at this.
Strong. And on the back of these inspiring words, I say good evening to you, the President of the Republic, Your Excellency, the First Lady of the Republic, Your Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic, Your Excellency, the wife of the Vice President of the Republic, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this very remarkable evening, a fundraising dinner for the National Cathedral of Ghana.
The project has been conceived not just as building a building, but making a new space in Accra for the nation.
This is not just another cathedral. We build cathedrals and we see many, but this is one of its kind.
To all of you for your presence here. You've strengthened my resolve that indeed we can and will build the National Cathedral to the glory and honor of God.
We're back. That's a fantastic show, by the way. Wow, wow. Interesting stuff. Some are corporate stuff, some are, you know, weddings, some are you do everything.
Yeah, anything cinematography we do.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay. I really want to ask you this because you do a lot. You've done, we've seen the collage of many things you do. What triggered you getting into like being like known for weddings?
Okay, so it all started when I was at NAFTI. I was assisting Stanley of Take Two Films. He was into music video production, so I wanted to be a music video director. That was my dream. But what happened was I got a call from a colleague of mine. Was like, do you shoot weddings? I was like, me, I don't shoot weddings. Wedding is not my thing.
You were thinking doing music videos?
Yeah, music videos. So it was like, oh, they need an assistant videographer. Are you up for it? And I was like, why not? So that was the first time I met Kwekuzi of Ripple Effects. He was into weddings. So I was like, I started working with him for like 3 years. That was when I noticed that, okay, this is something that I think I will be doing because I loved the experience. Yeah.
I see.
I was like, yeah, that was how it all started. And for me, the breakthrough was when my senior brother called me saying his bank manager is about to settle down. So like, oh, can you shoot this wedding for him? I was like, oh, why not? So I got a call from his bank manager, and then we spoke, and that was the first time I've actually encountered a client. Wow. It was like, oh, wow. It was
so he was your first professional
Yeah, and luckily for me, it was a big event in Takoradi. It was at Best Western Atlantic. So I shot their wedding, pre-wedding and engagements, and then I posted it on Facebook. And the feedback was amazing. Like, people started calling me, and they were asking for my rate card. As at that time, I wasn't ready. I didn't even have a rate card. And I was like, oh, this is really happening. So that was the whole genesis on how
you got into weddings.
Into weddings. So,
all right, show some love, man. And so call him too, but trust me, now he has a rate card. what, in your own estimation, makes you stand up above most of your competitors? Let me put it that way. Okay,
so as I said, like, I think because of my social media presence, I'm known for shooting lots of weddings. And for me, I always say, people were already in the industry, but as I joined, I told myself that what can I do to make me stand out from the others? So you have to find your niche. And for me, in terms of fast delivery, that is a key, because I'm the type that if someone takes me a picture, I'm so eager to see it. And for me, I was like, why don't I, use that as a tool? So what I do is anytime I shoot an event, when I started, basically, anytime I shoot an event, I just drive home, put everything together, and then I send to the clients within less than 24 hours. And clients were amazed, or like the kind of quality, storytelling, everything. It's not that like I rush to do anything just like that, but like, they really appreciate it. And then for me too, I notice people weren't paying much attention to wedding decor. And for me, like, I love to see beautiful stuff.
I see.
So I paid much attention to wedding decor. Anytime I shoot an event, I rush to the reception, make sure I capture all those beautiful, because the reception is the climax of the, and every bride wants to see how, I always say clients spend a lot of money on decor and on food and other stuff. And all these things, if you fail to capture them, like, you'll go like, oh, I spent all this money and then you didn't hear. So all these things, I make sure I bring it in my work. So when clients see it, they go like, oh, wow, thank you so much for giving me this beautiful memories. And all these things are these are some of the things that I think makes me stand out from the others. And maybe because I'm also friendly and nice.
And for me personally, I think one of the things that impressed me, apart from the world-class quality, was the time you used to deliver. I mean, like, this was so fast. I mean, it was like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Wow. So that's something that your whole team knows, that you don't mess with time.
Yeah, I don't mess with time at all. Like, it's very important to me. I don't joke with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
What else you do outside of filming and cinematography? Are you a writer, singer?
I'm a musician. I grew up from a music family. So I used to play keyboard when I was very young.
Oh.
And
who's your family? Who's your...
So my dad, he's called Mr. Theophilus BLAYZ. He did his master's at Reneva. He studied music.
Okay.
So for my family, my sisters, they know how to play keyboard. My brother, so the whole family was
really?
Tradition.
Oh, musical family.
Yeah, we had a big piano when we were staying at GSTS. My father was once the former music master of GSTS.
Okay.
So we used to play piano. And me, I'm the type that if you force me to learn something that my heart is not into it, like, I don't really put much, effort. So I noticed drumming was something that I really love, so I concentrated on drumming.
On drumming.
Yeah, and then my dad supported that. I was like, okay, if you don't want to learn keyboard, just
you go on the drums.
Yeah, and I sing too, but yeah, drumming is something that I really enjoy doing. I love music. I love music.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you have an opportunity, maybe when you are filming some of your weddings and all the other stuff, to score it yourself musically?
Yeah, but because it's been a long time I played keyboard, like, I've lost touch.
Okay.
Yeah, so if anything, I'll just speak to one of my friends in the music industry, go like, oh, can you do this thing for me? I want you to score this for this, client of mine, They want everything to be very unique. So I'll talk to them and then they'll just do something unique. And then,
Okay. Fantastic.
Thank you.
Are you married?
No, I'm not married yet.
Yet. I like the yet part. When you're dating?
Yeah, I'm seeing someone, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the person is cinematography inclined, or?
Oh, yeah.
Are you working with her?
Not really, but like, she manages my website and,
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I always say people will get to know when the D-Day comes, so I'll invite you, don't worry.
I'll be waiting. Who's going to film your wedding?
My team.
Your team?
Yeah, because like, for me, I know other good people in the industry who are very good. I wouldn't mind if they'll film, but like, I just want people to know that if my team is filming my wedding and I'm out of the town and I'm not, my physical appearance is not there, my team film my wedding. And I always say, the brand is not just me. It's a whole team. Teamwork makes the dream work. So for me, my team will form my wedding for me. Because I've trained them for them to be a top-notch, like, you know, they are up there. And I believe in them. They are amazing, trust me.
Fantastic, fantastic. Just a lot one more time. And before we wrap up here, well, since you also told me you come from a musical family, and you play the drums, I'm not asking for drums now, but can you sing something for us?
Yeah, there's this song that I really love. I think it was Joe Metal's song.
Okay.
Yeah.
Choco Group, you can back him with your Joe Metal song? Okay, okay. So, hey.
There's power in the name of Jesus. There's power in the name of Jesus. There's power in the name of Jesus. To me one more. To me one more. Yeah. There's healing in the name of Jesus. There's healing in the name of Jesus. There's healing in the name. There's healing in the name of Jesus. To me one more. To me one more. All right.
Oh, Felix, thank you so much, man.
Thank you for having me.
You have a good voice, oh.
Oh, like.
Hey, you have a good voice, man. You do.
Oh, thank you.
Videography and voiceography. Well, you know, I'm very, very glad I had a chance to hang out with you. And folks out there, man, like I said in the beginning, if you're having a wedding, anything event, I'm telling you, he captures it with amazing world-class quality. So he gave you the numbers, and you're seeing them on your screen again, and all the social media contacts. Don't waste time at all. Give him a call if you need him to capture anything you're doing. Felix, thank you so much. But before you leave, I'm going to invite Jessica on the stage again to give us her final song. Jessica, come and join us. And Jessica, I forgot. I didn't say about your social media handles and Instagram. Give us some information about that before you sing.
On Instagram, it's I am Jessica.
I am Jessica.
Yeah,
okay.
I am Jessica. Facebook, Jessica. Twitter, Jessica.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay. And the information is on your screen right now.
And my YouTube page is Jessica Music. I am Jessica.
Everything is Jessica. Okay, okay, okay. So Felix is here now. You saw Felix anyway. And I want you to give us your parting song. You said it was Stylo.
Yeah.
Did I get it right now?
Yeah.
Just a laugh for Stylo.
Wow, boy. Number one, MIC. Hey. Yeah, boys, they holla. Girls are hashing. We're working so hard for the money. Sika many jeba odo hunting and akwamie oko amido. Then you bring me back. No brother, so give it to me like this. Any style, oh, say you the best I ever had. In what life, oh, give it to me like this. Any style, oh, say you the best I ever had. In what life, oh, yeah. Every guy wants a good girl. I was so yeah bad. On one cause I believe me, said you want me a guy. I wanna do, I need that, I wanna do. I need that. I need that. I wanna do. I need that. I wanna do. I ended that when we started publishing to group. Give it to me like this. Any style, oh. Say you the best I ever had in my life, oh. Give it to me like this. Any style, oh. Say you the best I ever had in my life, oh. I wasn't only born to make money. I was also born to make love, oh yes, and you feel strong. Na 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 oh. Into your name, me bow and check. Oh, na me pet. My favorite day, then oh, na me pet. Into your name, me bow and check. Oh, na me pet. Me favorite day, na na any style, oh. Say you the best that I ever had in my life, oh. Give it to me like this. Any style, oh. Say you the best that I ever had in my life, oh. Give it to me like this. Any style, oh. Say you the best that I ever had in my life, oh. Give it to me like this. In my life, oh. Say you the best that I ever had in my life, oh. Give it to me like this.
Exciting with Jessica and FELIX play Anama. Thank you so much for joining us, and give it up to them one more time. I'll be back next week. All right. There you go.